Hey, what's up guys? Here comes your Wave 4 review, Part 2, Z-95 Headhunter. I opened up another one right here. Just cut the backs off already, so I don't have to put video of me cutting up plastic, because you don't want to see, and all that good stuff. We got our cardboard, we've got our model. Just like in all of these small ship expansions, we have the base in here, and our little black piece that connects the movement dial. I'm going to set that down. So here is the Z-95 Headhunter. Looks an awful lot like an X-Wing, doesn't it? But it doesn't have two sets of S-foils. It just has almost like if an X-Wing were close together. The back end is a little different. Can't put an astromech droid on it. But it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm definitely going to paint some of these. But, yeah. Now, granted, like I said in another interview, it looks good as a model, but I don't like the design of the ship. To me, it's too similar to an X-Wing. Doesn't really make your gameplay experience look unique enough, look cool enough. So I don't really like the look of it, but I think the sculpt itself is very good. The paint job's not too bad either. Alright, so we got our regular cardboard stuff here. Here's his dial if you haven't seen it. It's really not a bad dial. Not quite as good as a TIE Fighter's, but not bad. It's got some green 2 turns, which I like. And then he's got shields and focus, and then he's got his little movement pieces and all that good stuff. We've got ion tokens because he comes with some cool ion missiles. And alright, well, I'm going to start with the pilots. First is really the selling point is not one of the named pilots, but the selling point here is in the 12 cost of our Pilot Skill 2 Bandit Squadron pilot. Not too often is the cheapest version of a ship the most premier, and I'm dropping things. So, yeah, so he's 12 points. This is the answer to the TIE Fighter. The Rebels can finally have a swarm of these guys. He's Pilot Skill 2 as opposed to the 12-point TIE Fighter, which is Academy Pilot, Pilot Skill 1. He's got his attack matches at 2. He's only got 2 agility, so he's less agile than the TIE Fighter, and has 1 less hull, but he also has 2 shields. So more shields plus more pilot skill means he shoots first, and he can carry a missile, making him the cheapest missile boat. So very cool. You can do a modified swarm with these of a couple of these guys carrying assault missiles, and this guy plus an assault missile would only be 17 points. So you can fit quite a few of those in a squad, and then launch, say, 5 assault missiles at a TIE swarm. Even if you miss with 2 of them, you're going to destroy that TIE swarm. First wave, and you'll shoot first. So that's kind of cool. That's really one of the biggest appeals of the Z-95 Headhunter is it's the swarm ship for the Rebels. Going up to 13 points, you have the 4 pilot skill. Tala? Is that Tala or Tala? Squadron pilot. Same thing as the one, but he costs 13. Still not bad if you want to increase your pilot skill. I like pilot skill 4. I see in tournaments pilot skill 4 is a really nice number. It gets you shooting before a lot of people because so many people fly with pilot skill 2. Now this is kind of a magical guy. If you're going to do that assault missile build, you want Lieutenant Blount. Because he is guaranteed for one of those assault missiles to hit. Anytime he shoots, the attacker is considered to have been hit, even if they get no damage. So what that means is, let's say he rolls 2 blank dice, and it doesn't matter if you roll 2 evades. Well, he still hits you. It's not going to do any damage, but he still hits you for anything that counts a hit, i.e., an assault missile. Its secondary effect, if this attack hits, then more damage. Or if you have a stealth device, this guy will strip it off, even if he doesn't really hit you, because his ability says that he always hits you. And he's pilot skill 6, which is a pretty good number. Not a bad dude. Definitely cool. The bane of the swarm. And he's at 17 points. But he has the elite pilot skill. I don't know if you really want to spend too many points on a Z-95, but, you know, he's nice. He's definitely nice. Kraken. Now this guy is a really nice little support guy. He's cheap. He's 19 points. And he can give somebody free action. So, you know, the only other way to pass free actions like that was Lando beforehand. Well, you know, where you could do any action. I mean, you could do some stuff with the HWK and pass focus, or Garvin could pass focus. But he passes a free action. He's a lot cheaper than Lando. So that's nice. But you have to be close to them. So 19 points, he's okay. Lieutenant Blount is the best named pilot here, but the superstar pilot is Bandit Squadron Pilot. 12 points. Alright, now let's look at what comes with the Z-95 Headhunter. First up, you get an assault missile. If you don't have enough of those already, you get one more. Which is nice, especially if you want to do an assault missile swarm. They kind of had an idea that you might want that. You get the new ion pulse missile, which is really nice for a couple of reasons. For one, it's cheap. It costs 3. For 2, if it hits, it does 2 ion tokens, which means that this guy can ion a large base ship. This could even see use in epic play, because ioning doesn't prevent movement for huge ships, but it does reduce their energy. And if you have a ship that's getting a lot of energy, this could really almost make them lose a turn almost. So this is nice. But really, it's a 3-point missile. If you have 3 points left over, this is a great way to, you know, screw somebody's day up. Wingman. Oh yes. So Wingman is one of the new ways. Stress is making a comeback. Especially if you've seen some of the Wave 5 stuff like Mara Jade that's putting stress tokens on everybody near her. Wingman is going to see some use in the future. Very nice. A lot of possibilities with this. Taking stress off of other people. There's so many ways that stress can, you do something positive to get a stress. Whether it's, from push the limit, or whether it's with the HWK pilot, Jan Ors, giving somebody an extra attack, and she gets a stress from it. This can take that off of her. It's just, it's pretty nice. There's a lot of possibilities with Wingman, and I might actually consider running that with Mara Jade. Oh, and I'm dropping everything. Okay, so behind Wingman, we have Decoy. Now, Decoy is interesting. Lets you exchange your pilot skill with somebody else. I think this is really interesting if you want to block someone. I don't know. I'm not going to probably use... It won't be one of the first cards I use, to be honest. But it's got some uses. It's pretty cool. I don't think it really has as many uses with the Headhunter. I think this is more of one of those cards that you swap with something else. Maybe a TIE Swarm, does this to flip one around, or I don't know. There's other ways that you can do it, but it's nice. Now, this is a really cool card. Munitions Failsafe. Basically, if you were putting an assault missile on your Z-95 swarm, you got some points left over, you might want to give every one of them one of these. So, well, except for Lieutenant Blount, because he has this built-in kind. Well, he doesn't need this. Basically, if your attack misses, if your missile misses, you get to keep the missile, and you can try again another day. This is awesome, because how many times have you had an assault missile or a concussion missile miss, and then you just lost those points, and the attack missed, did nothing? Well, now you get to keep that missile, and you get to try again. If only this worked for bombs. That would be awesome. I wish it worked for bombs. But yeah. So, if you're going to buy a Z-95 Headhunter, you probably... even if you're an Imperial player, you probably want at least one. Munitions failure is going to be useful for your bombers, because now you won't have to have a bomber carrying 2 missiles and 2 torpedoes. You can just give them munitions failsafe, and you at least ensure that one hits. That can actually save you if you're loading up. But granted, don't ever really load up a bomber with 2 missiles and 2 torpedoes. It's a terrible idea. Wingman is interesting. You might want that. I can see a Howl Runner Swarm possibly using Decoy, so that's really cool for Imperials as well. So if you're an Imperial player, you probably want at least one of these, or if you're a collector, you probably want at least one of these. But if you're a Rebel player and you face swarms, you probably want at least 5 of these. If you have the chance to get them now. A lot of people anticipate this being the hottest ship of Wave 4 simply because it's a swarm ship, so you need a lot of them, but it's sold only, in boxes of 1. So, whereas in TIE Fighters you got them in the core set, so you didn't have to buy up all the TIE expansions. These guys, some people are going to want to run 7. I know one guy bought 12. So, get them while you can. I only got 3 for right now. I'll probably end up getting 5 total, because I don't really see myself running a pure swarm. I think 5's the most that I would run, because if I were going to run a swarm of these, I'd also give them missiles. And 5 times 12 is 60, and then we add 5 assault missiles to that, then that's 60, 70, 85, and then I have some room to give some more upgrades, like munitions failsafe or an upgrade to Lieutenant Blount. I don't really see myself doing more than 5, maybe 6, but probably just 5. So that's the Z-95 Headhunter.